Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter's stalwart business ideas have everyone wondering where this unforeseen passion came from. He came the talk of the office, which is unusual for him. Carter typically keeps his head down and stays in his lane. It's unlike him to want to beget a commercial shakeup. The Forresters counted his fancies for the company. While Carter's offer was creative, the family wondered if it would boomerang. Unforeseen desire for hope. Eric met with Steffi and Ridge to bandy Carter's visionary genius. They loved his ideas, but they felt it was a huge fiscal threat. Steffi and Ridge wanted a more traditional and conservative future for the family fashion house. They wondered where Carter's unforeseen desire for hope for the future came from. Steffi expressed reservations about keeping the couture line. The figures show it hasn't been doing well. Last month, Carter agreed with Steffi. Now, he's done a complete 180 on his passions for the brand. He wants to bring HFTF to the van. One of Carter's plans was to produce a lingerie line analogous to Brooke's bedroom. But HFTF is a colossal failure. Will sexy lingerie give it the life that it needs? What made Brooke's bedroom work is that Brooke was the face of the brand. She gave aged women hope that they could be sexy, too. There's nothing innovative about lingerie for 30 commodity women. During her discussion with her father and forefather, Steffi wondered what had gotten into Carter. She wanted to know whether hope had gotten into Carter's head. Steffi doesn't trust Hope and believes she manipulates everyone. Steffi's right about Hope getting into Carter's head. What Steffi doesn't know is that she's also trying to get into his bed. Hope loved that he fought for her during that improvisational meeting. She loved it so much that she felt ready to have coitus with him. Still, she didn't lock the office door, and her mama walked in on them. Like Steffi, Brooke had enterprises and wanted to know what this could mean for their future at Forrester Creations. Hope and Carter's love could end the Logans as we know them. Ivy goes over Steffi and asks Ridge to give life to her jewelry line. Also, Brooke makes an intimidating blameworthiness to Ridge about Steffi. The B&B office drama just gets further violent. Don't miss out. Ivy isn't taking no for an answer. Steffi shot down Ivy's pitch to reboot the Forrester Creations jewelry line with her as the developer. Eric, still, allowed. It was a fantastic idea. Now, Ivy approaches Ridge to move him that her line is what Forrester needs. Ridge formerly has important to suppose about with Carter's new master plan for the company. Now, Ivy is approaching him one-on-one. Milling over major business opinions is exactly what Ridge doesn't want to do. He prefers to produce. That's why he gave his gal, Brooke, an administrative part to assume some of those politic liabilities. Unfortunately for Ridge, he's exactly rooted in commercial decision-making for now. We wonder how open he'll be to Ivy, as fascinating as she can be. Ridge has been fully aligned with Steffi's opinions, so it would be surprising to see him back Ivy. After Ridge hears out Ivy, Brooke has some business matters to bandy with him. She makes major allegations against Steffi. It would be nothing new for Brooke to say that Steffi has it out for the Logans. Still, Brooke may go one step further and charge Steffi of being hovered by anyone with new ideas, like Carter or Ivy. Brooke could argue that Steffi's grievances and exorbitantly controlling nature hamper real growth at Forrester Creations. After all, how can they move forward as a brand if they don't take any pitfalls? Again, Ridge may not appreciate Brooke making allegations against Steffi. To him, she's a commercial whiz who inherited the smarts and guts of his mama, Stephanie. Does Brooke have any chance of making Ridge see his son through a different lens? While Brooke's bedroom is hot, hope for the future is not. The couture collection is presently over in the air. But there was a time when the Logans had their own fashion house that battled Forrester Creations. Logan Designs had numerous names. It went by Jackie M. Designs and Spectre Couture by Sally Spectra. Logan Designs had a brief stint in 2003 when Brooke was removed from her part as CEO of Forrester Creations. Ridge blessed Spectre Couture to Sally. She was in a feud with Brooke at the time. Brooke ended up with the fashion brand and also renamed it Logan Designs. The fashion company didn't last and was affected by the death of Storm, who accidentally shot his family. Katie at the time, Storm had undetermined issues with his father. He was out for blood but accidentally shot his family. Katie demanded a heart transplant. Storm failed so he could save her life. Logan Designs was tainted by a dark time in the family's history. Soon later, it was incontinently dropped. Ridge ultimately returned to Forrester, while Brooke ended up in career limbo. Similar isn't the case these days, as both work for FC. This could be a good time to reboot Logan Designs into Logan Fashions, a fashion house analogous to Spectre Couture. This fashion house could be the ultimate shakeup for Forrester Creations. Brooke and her son Hope should leave the company and produce a fashion house. Later Hope's couture collection is on the line. They could use Carter's passion and creativity to start a whole new luxury fashion house. It would make this current plot a proper fashion battle again. What are your studies? Do you suppose Logan Designs should make a return? Let us know in the comment section. Ivy Forrester to enkindle Steffi Forrester Finnegan's rage. In fact, Steffi is so furious, she makes an administrative decision that Jules Forrester Creations to the core. Also, Taylor Hayes gives Ridge Forrester an update on her broken heart pattern. Ivy has turned to Eric Forrester after getting shut down by Steffi. Eric said he'd talked to Steffi and Ridge Forrester about Ivy and Elector Forrester's jewelry line. Ivy went to Eric and told him that Steffi would indeed consider it. Eric sounded surprised and promised he'd take to Theco CEOs. In an exercise clip, Ivy and Elector feel to be celebrating at Forrester Creations. Steffi is in the room, but Eric and Ridge are. Also, Eric addresses about the two contrivers helping make a heritage. Ivy and Elector's palm will enkindle Steffi's fury. It seems that Ivy goes over Steffi's head and turns directly to Ridge. Ivy might indeed be manipulative and claim Steffi left the final decision up to Ridge or Eric. It's teased that Steffi will be so angry that her coming superintendent decision causes ripple goods throughout the company. Brooke Logan will be frightened by Hope Logan, and Carter Walton Hope will presumably prompt Brooke to keep quiet. Still, that also means keeping it from Ridge. Speaking of Ridge, he gets an update on Taylor's broken heart pattern. Will Taylor need further chakra straddle sessions? Back over with Brooke, she fires some Steffi-related allegations toward Ridge. So, it sounds like Brooke will side with Hope and Carter, that Steffi is letting particular passions affect business opinions. A exercise clip also suggests that Steffi eventually figures out why Carter is so gung-ho about Hope and HFTF. Carter will also speak with Deacon Sharp, and a Halloween-attired Sheila Carter Sharp. Steffi's bold business move will have fallout. It's teased that it'll beget a lot of divisions and unanticipated alliances. Eric, Steffi, and Ridge are reviewing Carter's plans in the Forrester main office. Eric notes Carter had studies of the luxury brand for times. Ridge pipes up, wondering why he just now mentioned it. Steffi defends Carter, saying he's brought it up to her ahead, but this donation was a full-bloated plan. Ridge is spooked as they've no idea how to make and manage a luxury brand. Eric says Carter's offer would turn Forrester into a luxury brand rather than a fashion house, and he's not down for it. Ridge plays devil's advocate, saying, if they were successful, the gains would be outrageous. He thinks Carter isn't wrong, as his ideas would move the company into a new period. Grumpy Eric says the changes could also run them into the ground. Ridge counters, saying they could be the largest luxury brand in the world. Eric notes they would have to take on huge quantities of debt from private investors, and Steffi backs him up, saying they would cede power and control. Ridge jumps on their side, saying he's now back on their side, as Carter is the plutocrat Joe and they're the creatives. At the end of the day, Ridge wonders why Carter proposed these massive changes now.